Howdy friends, welcome back to the Eclectic Sam YouTube channel and welcome back to my eclectic corner of YouTube, where I predominantly talk about selling on eBay and thrifting and other things like that. But from time to time I go on a little trip, may talk about history or other things that I'm interested in. It's just a little about my eclectic life. Before we get started, you see down below that subscribe button? If you don't mind, hit that. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps me out. Plus, it gives you the ability to see what's coming in the future. Haven't done a video in a while. Kind of lacking on my YouTube abilities, I guess. I've just kind of been busy with other things and just haven't gotten involved. But I thought I'd give you a little what sold recently on YouTube. What sold recently on eBay. I don't sell anything on YouTube. But I've had some good sales. I've been trying to list consistently. I'm up above over 1,000 listings on eBay. So that's a good accomplishment for me. Hopefully I can sell 1,000 listings on eBay. But let's get started on what sold recently. I'm just going to hit on some of the stuff that I thought maybe y'all would think was interesting, or in the higher dollar items as well. First item was a pair of Converse. These were they were made to look vintage, but they aren't vintage Converse. They just look like it. These sold for $26.99 plus shipping, and I got those at a local thrift store, and I paid, I believe, $5 a pair for $5 for the pair. So those sold real quick. Next up, I always tell y'all to check out the Western shirts, the snap front shirts. Sold 2 to 1 person. One was a Frontier vintage shirt for $8.99, and the next one was a Eli. And that sold for $7.99. And I did charge them shipping on those as well. And I got both of those at $1 sale at the local thrift store. Next up, I did sell a couple of pocket knives. My dad brought over a little sack full of some old pocket knives. He said, "Here, you can have these to sell or just throw them away." So I listed them. I don't know a lot about pocket knives, but I sat down and did the research on them. First one that sold was a red Coca Cola one for $13.99 with free shipping. Next one was kind of a little bit rare. It was white with green lettering Coca Cola. Sold for $16.99 with free shipping. And those both were sold as store items. The last one was a vintage Barlow brand, or Barlow style, and it sold for $17.50 plus shipping, and that sold as an auction item. And it was in real rough shape. It must have been a popular knife for it to sell for so much. Next up, I've always told y'all to check out for vintage bowling shirts. This one was a vintage Hilton brand for a Naval Reserve Center, and it sold for $32.99 plus shipping. And I got that, actually I bought it on eBay for $10, believe it or not, a while back. Bought a big lot of old shirts. Next we sold a little belt buckle. It's kind of funny belt buckle. It had a rooster on it. It said cocky. Sold for $14.99. And I got that in a lot from something, I forget what it was. Next up, Tamiya brand model kit. This one had a little motor on it, so it was a motorized model. That brand, Tamiya, is one of the higher dollar brand model kits out there. So keep an eye out for them. They sell real well and bring good money. That one sold for $25 plus shipping. Could have sold for a little more, but I took an offer on it, and I said, what the heck. Because it came from, if y'all go back in my old videos, where I sold my personal collection of models, it came from that. Next up is a pair of Stacy Adams brand men's dress shoes, sold for $27.99 plus shipping. I always grab unique dress shoes when I see them. I usually pay $5 or $6 a pair for them. So keep an eye out for those. These sold pretty quick. Next up is a Nike Windbreaker. And it was the FSU, Florida State, sold for $27 plus shipping. And I believe I got that at a local thrift store for about $4 or $5. Next up, if y'all are a long-time watcher, you'll remember that I bought a bunch of new old stock automotive parts a while back. This was a lot of spark plugs that sold for $19.99 plus shipping. And I had close to about $4 in this lot. I took all the spark plugs and just lotted them up. I think I've got like 3 or 4 more lots left of those. So those are selling pretty good. Next were 2 military items. The first one was a British paratrooper's jacket or smock. And it sold for $100 with free shipping. And also in the same lot, I had sold a Korean War era parka hood. Just the hood from the parka. Had a real fur on it and everything. I took an offer of $61 plus $61 free shipping on that one. Neat little story about these military clothes. My dad's retired military, and he goes to the auctions a good bit and just sits and watches stuff. And he went to an auction that I wasn't able to go to, and a big bin full of military clothes came up, and nobody was bidding on it. And he was like, well, shoot, I know Sam could sell this stuff. So he paid $10 for that bin of military clothes. Those 2 items were in it, but there was total probably about $700 or $800 worth of unique military items in there. So if you know just a little bit about military, always grab some of the military clothing. They always have stamped on them or tags on them saying what they were. They would have like serial numbers on them saying, that you could look up to see what era they are from and so forth. And some of the unique items like that parka hood and that British paratrooper's jacket can bring big money. So keep an eye out for those. Next up, we have sold another Hilton brand bowling shirt. This one was kind of unique because they had a bunch of old bowling patches all over it. And I took a best offer of $55 plus shipping from that. And that actually came from the same lot that I bought on eBay from that previous bowling shirt. So I made some good money off of that lot. Finally, there's another item. Y'all have seen my videos where I like to sell diecast. This was a NASCAR diecast of Jimmy Spencer, and it sold for $19.99 with free shipping on that. Well, that's about it for the items that have sold recently that I thought were interesting that y'all would like. I've been enjoying doing some eBay here lately, and I want to get back here on YouTube. Now, let's talk about that for a second, if you will, with me. Tell me what you like in my previous videos. My cousin was down on a trip, and he watches a lot of my YouTube. And he said one thing that he enjoyed was me telling stories about the items that I sell. Maybe where I got it, how I got it, and stuff like that, or history behind items. So I might start doing that a little bit more. But also tell me, do you enjoy the ones where I went on like a trip to a museum? Do you like the history stories that I've done? I want to get back into doing more YouTube, and I want to do what people are interested in. With me being so eclectic, liking so many different things, sometimes you can get bogged down on thinking about all the different things that I like to do, and I forget, what should I do? So tell me, you as the people that enjoy my videos, what would you like to see in the future? But, until next time, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And always, if you want to say hey down in the comments, say hey. I'd love to talk to any of y'all. But until next time, my friends, I love you. Bye.